All right, everyone, welcome. This is SportsRecruits 101. Tonight, we're going to talk about getting you guys set up with your SportsRecruits account. My name is Malik. I am your customer success manager. I'm actually a customer success manager here at SportsRecruits. I did attend Metropolitan State University, and I studied sports management. So to give you guys a quick look at the agenda tonight, first I'm going to talk about the onboarding process, then talk about building your athlete profile, the difference between committed and uncommitted athletes on the platform, and how to maximize your membership. At the end of tonight's session, I'll take some time to answer any questions you guys may have. And just a side note, as I am going through the webinar, throw any questions you may have into the chat feature. If I am unable to get to your question tonight, I will make sure to follow back with an email tomorrow. And because this question comes up a lot, this webinar is being recorded. So you'll receive a copy of this email to you within 24 hours or so. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So first thing we are going to talk about is the onboarding process. So the onboarding process, so upon signing up for a membership, an email was sent to the player email on the account. The email will look just like this one here with a button that reads activate your account. Click that button and then you will be taken to the onboarding process. There will be an onboarding process for both the player email and any parent email listed on that account. So if for any reason you guys cannot find the onboarding email, just shoot us an email at help@SportsRecruits and then we will send you the information manually. After you do that, step one will be to identify yourself as either athlete or parent. So each person that has their email linked to the account will have to go through their own onboarding process. So it's different for a parent or an athlete. Step two will be to confirm some personal information. In this section, it will prompt you to put in your grad year, phone number, and email. Once you hit continue, you will need to set a password and you're officially onboarded, which is awesome. Next up is building your athlete's profile. This is a lot of our athletes' favorite part. So when you're in your account, navigate to the profile tab at the top right-hand corner of your account. A sidebar will appear and you can start adding your information. Having a completed profile is important because obviously, it provides college coaches with all the information they need to evaluate you as a student athlete. It's important for you to fill out as much information about yourself as possible. Also, always remember to click save after editing each section to your profile so that we don't have to go back in and re-enter all that information. You really should think of completing your profile as building a recruiting resume. Again, we strongly advise you to fill out your profile completely. This entire process to build your profile takes about less than 10 minutes and makes college coaches much more likely to message you. So as you can see on the screen here, college coaches are 3 times more likely to respond to you if you have a completed profile. The 3 most important areas to complete are first, uploading a profile picture. Something to keep in mind, actually college coaches actually prefer a regular photo of yourself over an action shot of you. Next, you'll want to make sure you add video to your profile, highlight in full games is recommended. And then lastly, please complete as much academic information as possible. Another thing you'll want to make sure you complete is to make sure your profile is blue check verified. Verified accounts serve as an indicator to college coaches that you are a real student athlete and committed to playing at the next level. So you want to make sure you do your part in getting verified. And it's honestly very simple to become verified. Make sure you have added a profile picture, your grad year, and position to your account. Once you have done those 3 things, you'll then have a blue check mark next to your name. Verified accounts do receive 2 times more profile views from college coaches versus verified accounts. So make sure you're also getting that blue check mark next to your name. The next thing that you want to make sure you do is that you also have video uploaded to your account. So student athletes can upload an unlimited amount of video into their profile. By uploading videos, student athletes are also able to receive analytics around the footage. So including being alerted to when a school's views a video. College coaches are also 11 times more likely to send messages to athletes and videos versus profiles that have no video. And the pro tip is to make sure you're also designate one of your uploaded videos or highlights to be your featured video, which will load at the top of your profile. So when a college coach is into your profile, that's the first video he'll see. Make sure this is the best video of yourself as an athlete. And let me take a moment here just to make sure everything's good. Okay, perfect. And let's talk about a little bit about your featured video. I know I spoke on it a little bit in previously, but this featured video should be either your most recent and best highlight reel or you know, your most recent video available. So this is because it will be the first video college coaches will see when they click on your profile. To make a video your featured video, you first need to navigate to the video section of your profile. Once in your video library, find the video you want to use as your featured video and select the gear icon at the bottom left-hand side of that video. And then a drop-down menu will appear that says make a featured video. Another important tip is when you upload a video, it does not automatically go straight to your profile. Instead, it goes to your video library and you'll have to click the gray visible button so it turns green. This button is located in the bottom right-hand corner of each video in your video library. You can also make a video visible and invisible at any point, so feel free to pick and choose what videos you want coaches to see. If you take a look at this athlete's video, you'll see that there are 3 videos currently visible on their profile. And remember, college coaches are 11 times more likely to message you if you have video visible on your profile. So upload video and tip the odds in your favor. And so when you have finished building out your athlete's profile, so that again, that means you've added your profile picture, your graduation year, your position, filled out as much academic and personal information as possible, and upload a video, you can click on the preview tab on the top left. The preview tab exactly shows you, what college coaches will see when they are viewing your profile. And next on the agenda is the differences between committed versus uncommitted athletes on the platform. So when we look at our data of committed versus uncommitted athletes, what we know is that committed athletes had a strong online presence. So to have a strong online presence means, making sure your profile is complete and up to date and that you are providing college coaches with as much information as possible to evaluate you as a student and an athlete. As you can see by the charts provided, just by simply uploading a transcript, a video, and a profile picture, you drastically increase your chances of receiving attention from a college coach. So making sure, again, to upload as much information as yourself as possible, video and academic information as well. The second thing that stands out amongst committed versus uncommitted student athletes is outreach. So what that means is, 80% of committed athletes reach out on their own and contacted/emailed more than 10 schools. So that being said, you want to make sure you're casting a wide net and reaching out to as many schools as you think may be a good fit for you. And just another graph about outreach here and committed student athletes. I think this chart really speaks for itself. Basically, what this chart is showing is that the more schools you contact, the more exposure you will receive. Again, based on your own research, we found that on our own research, we found that 80% of committed athletes contacted more than 10 schools. So I really just want to hit home that being proactive in your outreach is essential to your success. There's clearly a direct correlation between contacting more schools, getting more views from college coaches, getting in front of the right people, and then becoming committed. The next is making the most out of your account. So the first feature that you should be aware of is our free highlight reel editor. Here you'll be able to use any film that's in your video library, clip out your best plays, and then easily publish this highlight reel to your profile. It's a great way to quickly film up on your great way to quickly get film up on your profile as fast as possible after a game or event. And these published highlight reels are able to be downloaded and can also be sent as links to college coaches as well, so which is awesome. And as you can see here on the video, it shows you that how easy it is to download them, which is great. And then you can store them away in your computer as well. So I just wanted to give you guys a little time to view that. The next feature I'm going to dive into is the advanced school search. To get here, when you log in, you simply navigate to the school tab at the top of your account. Here you'll be able to search for any school in the country. What's also great is that you can also filter out your search by region, school size, academics, and athletic division. When you do find a school that you like, make sure you favorite them by clicking the heart icon next to the school. And again, I'll show you guys here. This is the video that breaks down this filtration system that we have here at SportsRecruits, and it's honestly very user-friendly, which is great, and it's easy to use. Awesome. And obviously, when you go through the school search process, what's really important is to make sure you're doing your research, right? So when you're searching for schools, take time to click into the school's landing page. These landing pages gives you information about the school, such as their size, selectivity, the academic majors they provide, and more. Honestly, we have a lot of information about the schools, and once you find a school that fits the criteria you're looking for, favorite it. And additionally, we also recommend to favorite between 25 to 30 schools. Why is that important? Again, well, as you can see, committed SportsRecruits members favorite an average of 28 schools. So obviously cast a wide net and make sure to keep an open mind, right? Remember, all these tools were built to be fluid. We know that the recruiting process is not something that happens overnight. It does take a little bit of time. So approach the recruiting process with an open mind and be willing to adjust as you go. After you have favorited schools, you can then organize your favorite lists. So once you have your 25 to 30 favorite schools, that you'll then be able to organize and sort your target schools list within the platform under the favorites section of the schools tab. In this section, you'll be able to rank them based on mutual interest between you and the program. You can also organize them as either a fit, reach, or a safety school, and you can sort your schools based on the last contacts you had with them. This will help you keep track of the schools you haven't reached out to in a while. And here you can actually see in the video how that fit, safety, and reach works, and then also the favorites list that you're going to see in your account as well. And I'll let you guys view the video here in a little bit while I look at some questions. Perfect. Oh, sorry about that. You can also track your progress with each school by using our milestone feature. This feature is great because it helps simplify the recruiting process down to 6 easy steps. It's also a great way to visualize the recruiting process, which hopefully ends in a commitment. And as you hear, there's those milestones, which are awesome. It helps you keep track of everything that you've done on the platform and within each school. Perfect. And now I'm going to talk about how do you best utilize the activity feed. This will be your home base, and this is where you'll see all the interactions happening between you and a college coach. So on the left of your activity feed, you'll see your target list of schools or favorited schools, and also your college view counts. If you ever want to quickly draft a message to one of your favorite schools, you can do so by clicking on the blue arrow icon next to their name. And then this video shows you the activity feed and everything that it has to entail in it. As you can see, there's those favorited schools, which are awesome. And then at the bottom of each school, you can actually message each coach. The next features I'm going to talk about is our messaging system feature, which is one of the most important tools on our platform. And I believe this is where you guys are going to be spending most of your time on. So every college coach in the country is in our database. So sending a message is super quick and easy. Simply type in the school you want to contact, choose from the coaches that appear in the drop box, and write your message. Easy as that, right? So your messages that are sent through the platform hit the college coach's EDU email. Just like a normal email would. When the coaches replies, it'll go straight to your inbox that's located in your messages tab, which is in your SportsRecruits account. And the best part about our messaging system is that your profile link automatically embeds every time you send a message. So you no longer have to worry about adding video links to your every message. It also allows college coaches to seamlessly enter your SportsRecruits profile. Again, if you ever wonder what your profile looks like to a college coach, just click on the preview screen under the profile tab. And this is the messaging system here for you guys. This at the bottom, again, like I mentioned, this is your SportsRecruits account link. Once a coach clicks that, it'll take them back to your profile. We have the database for every school, so make sure you get in there and send as many messages as possible. And then when you receive a view notification, we have a list of do and don'ts, and this list has been compiled over the years This is how we came up with it. So ask yourself a number of questions. This is for the do section. Once you receive a view notification, ask yourself a number of questions prior to the messaging that coach, right? So am I interested in this program? Have I spoken with this coach before? Is this program at the same level, both academically and athletically as the other schools that I'm interested in? If viewed during an event, wait until an event is over to follow up, and lean on your advocates to determine if and how you should follow up. Some of the don'ts is message the college coach immediately. Include, I saw you viewed my profile in your follow-up message. If you do not already have a stellar relationship with that coach and or program, do not approach them on the sideline. They are actively recruiting. So we ask of you guys to just kind of respect their space and then give us some time until you have determined if this is a great fit for for your kids. Another feature that you would definitely want to utilize is our knowledge base, which is located at the help section of our SportsRecruits website. Our knowledge base is a collection of how-to articles, most of which contains videos about the platform. If you ever run into any trouble while using your account or want to learn more about a certain platform feature, you'll be able to find an answer here. And I honestly, when I started here at SportsRecruits, I spent most of my time here just kind of answering some of the questions that I had about the platform and the company itself and stuff like that. In addition to the knowledge-based articles, you also should check out our other resources that we have available for student athletes and staff. First is our recruiting guide. This guide is going to tell you things you need to get in order to get you recruited. It provides instruction on how you should utilize this guide for maximum benefit. Next is our webinars. You also can attend monthly webinars just like this one to learn more about the platform or any other recruiting topics. All of our webinars provide in-depth information about certain areas of recruiting, like building out your target list of schools, the importance of messaging a college coach, and other important recruiting topics. Lastly is the Sports Recruit blog. This is a great database that we updated with all the most up-to-date NCAA rules and recruiting process in general. So this is a really helpful feature for our athletes and staff. And one last tidbit, you can view all past webinars or register for future ones right from your SportsRecruits account. When you are logged in, just click the More tab on the top right corner of your screen and then click Webinars to be taken to our webinar page. And since I am on the topic of webinars, I have seen some questions come across tonight about video, recruiting visits, NCAA rules, and I want to again plug that we have webinars that cover all these topics and more. And if you haven't already done so, please check our webinar page to view all the past and upcoming webinars that you guys can sign up for. And so let's go ahead and jump into the Q&A section for tonight's agenda. One of the questions is, how long should a highlight tape be? So I was actually an athlete myself, and I was always told to have a highlight tape be around 3 to 5 minutes in general and show a variety of different plays. So different sports, obviously, you have to capture different plays. So I would say about 3 to 5 minutes would be ideal. How up to date is your college coach's database, Decker? This database is honestly very up to date. We have a team specifically dedicated to updating the database and making sure that we're renewing each college coach's email and making sure we have the the most recent college coaches that have joined each program's contact information, so that way you guys don't have to go in and your messages no out coach and everything like that. We'll have the right information for you guys. Demaya Jackson, I have a question about the videos. Demaya, I actually can't hear you, so if you can now type in the question, I'll be able to answer it, but I can't hear you because this is just me. And does your highlight reel editor have the ability to add the digital spotlight on the player? Decker, to answer this, we actually have an option where you can order a professional highlight reel made by our film team. What they'll do is give you a digital spotlight on you and also kind of like a soundtrack behind the video and a very quality deck, like a card basically about yourself as the athlete. Awesome. Let me see if there's any more questions. No. Let me see. On some of my videos, like it doesn't show up or play at all, and I'm not sure what's wrong. Okay, awesome. And I'm actually going to be looking into this issue for you here. That might be something that's related to a bug on our system or something like that. And I'm going to look into it. Just make sure that you're making the video visible first and you're uploading it correctly, so that way it will show up. But make sure you're making the video visible. But if not, just email help@sportsrecruits.com, and we will be able to look into that issue for you. And it might just give me a second. I'm actually gonna send that email for you. You can, perfect. It says embed. So when it says embed, it means to basically, if you have past highlight reel footage, from YouTube or whatever platform you've used for your highlights, you can actually embed it into our Sports Recruits profile account, and that way it will be featured on your account. But yeah, if any other issues come up with your video and it's not showing, just please email that the address that I just sent you, and then we'll be able to look at it. Michael Ramirez, what are the fees associated with this site? Michael, we can actually get you connected with our membership specialist team. And same thing, let me send. Michael, I just sent you an email. If you want to go ahead and email that, ask about membership packages and everything like that, we'll be able to help you. Perfect. Well, if there's any other questions, guys, that come up, please don't hesitate to reach out to help@sportsrecruits.com, and we'll be more than happy to help you guys. I do appreciate you for taking the time to join this webinar. Let me just make sure that I'm not missing any other questions. Perfect. Okay. Well, thank you again, everyone. Please don't hesitate to reach out, and it was a pleasure. Take care.